Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I'm Michigan Sports Talk here. In this one we got a lot of news to cover. Gonna be talking about Michigan football and Michigan basketball. The latest news and updates around both programs. Gonna be going over the spring game for Michigan, naming Colin Kaepernick an honorary captain for the spring game on Saturday. Then also going over a little bit on recruiting and potential transfer prospects for Michigan basketball. Gonna be getting into everything in this video. So if you guys are new around here, I greatly appreciate it if you could go ahead, hit that subscribe button. And other than that, let's get right into today's video. Alright, so we're going to start with Colin Kaepernick being named the honorary captain for Michigan football's spring game. That is Saturday at 12 p.m. Going to air live at 12 on BTN Network. And you guys can also go ahead and see it in person at the Big House, free admission if you guys do want to go. Now, a lot of fans have mixed feelings about this, obviously political views and everything, but you know, I kind of like this because obviously Jim Harbaugh's not doing it for the all the political stuff, but you know, Kaepernick was his quarterback, Jim Harbaugh's quarterback when he was there on the 49ers. He has a lot of experience, and he was talking with the team, you know, just giving the team some talk. I think is pretty cool, especially coming from a guy who has been there in the NFL and has experience at the quarterback position in the NFL and everything. Now, he's also at Michigan's practices a lot this week, so that's very cool as well. So I think it's pretty cool. He will also hold a throwing exhibition at halftime of the spring game. He will be having a throwing exhibition with NFL free agents. So it'll definitely be cool, especially if you go to the game, you can see him throw to NFL free agents and just have a throwing exhibition at halftime. Now, regardless of the whole political thing and everything, don't really care about that. I think it's just cool that the team gets to see him and talk to him and everything. And I'm sure, the whole team, reacted to this positively, and that's really the only thing that really matters to me is about the team. And it's just a former NFL starting quarterback talking to the team, and he has experience, and that's really cool, I think. Alright, so with that being said, we're going to move to Michigan football recruiting. So obviously there's going to be some big recruits visiting this weekend for the spring game, but Michigan also got Benjamin Hall, 3-star running back out of the 2023 class. Covered that in the whole video. But recently, Michigan is a top school for 4-star 2023 linebacker Phil Picciotti from Penridge High School in Pennsylvania, and he put Michigan in his top 12. Now he's 6'3", 225 pounds. Now he currently has 2 crystal ball projections to stay and play in his home state at Penn State. He finished with 144 tackles, 19 tackles for loss while recording 1 sack and 2 forced fumbles. Recently did take an unofficial visit in March 20th, and obviously it was good enough to put him in the top 12. So yeah, keep an eye out for him. And then moving on, got 4-star defensive lineman 2023 class Will Norman. He put Michigan in his top 7. He's from IMG Academy in Florida. 6'5", 290 pounds. Now, fun fact, he was actually offered by Michigan back in September by former defensive line coach Sean Nuya. Then he left. Then Mike Elston has obviously taken over at that role and has continued on his recruitment. Now, Penn State also has a crystal ball projection going in his favor as well, so we'll see on him. And then moving on to the nation's number 2 athlete in the 2024 class, Quinton Martin, 5-star recruit, according to 24/7 Sports. And he actually visited Michigan earlier this week. 6'2", 180-pound athlete, was offered by Michigan in mid-February, and didn't waste much time to take a visit. Now he's from Belle Vernon in Pennsylvania, and is number 1 ranked in the state, and the 14th ranked player in the class overall. Now, a little update on Dante Moore. He actually recently visited Notre Dame. Now, Notre Dame is in the lead to get him. A lot of people do think, and experts do think, that he will commit there, and they've been doing a very good job with his recruitment in Michigan. He's from Detroit, Michigan. They need to really step it up on him because it would be a huge get. 5-star quarterback Dante Moore, and He did not commit to Notre Dame yet. He is from the class 2023. Now, Michigan is not out of the running yet. However, there's time running out right now, so Michigan does has to catch up on his recruitment and hopefully try and make a push and get him. It would be a huge commit to get him. So yeah, that's the latest news and updates on Dante Moore. And now we move to Michigan basketball. We got a couple transfer prospects to look at in the transfer portal. Obviously, Michigan got a lot of players. They got a lot of players returning actually. Going over their roster, we got Hunter Dickinson, who can definitely come back. A lot of people don't think he will. He fits the NBA playstyle right now, so he might just come back because he's not going to get. He might get picked late in the first round, but people really aren't projecting him even getting picked in the first round. So he might come back just for that reason, for the NIL money. He's making some NIL money, also the Juwan Howard experience, and just to run it back with Michigan again. You also have Moussa Diabate, who actually can really go into the NBA, enter the draft, because he might be a first round prospect. Played definitely really good this year as a freshman. However, kind of slowed down a little bit towards the end of the season, so I do expect him to come back. Devontae Jones already declared for the NBA draft. Almost said NFL. He is definitely not going into the NFL draft, that is for sure. But yeah, so he already declared for the NBA draft. Caleb Houston obviously coming back. Eli Brooks is gone. He can't come back. Brandon John Jr. can come back, but obviously we got a lot of players coming in. We got Isaiah Barnes, who actually got hurt last year, pretty sure, at the beginning of the season, and then he just redshirted. Don't really know the latest on him. Should be back for next year. We got him. Frankie Collins should be very good. Maybe even the starting point guard for us next season. We also got recruits coming in like Doug McDaniel, Terrence Reed, Greg Glenn, and all of them. Then Terrence Williams off the bench, obviously, so he should be key next season. But so here's a couple prospects in the transfer portal. Terrence Shannon, the junior, from Texas Tech. Now Michigan has already contacted him, and he has already gone down and has heard from Kentucky, UConn, Illinois, and Michigan. That was on March 25th, literally right when he entered the transfer portal. That's the teams that he heard from. He's 6'6" from Texas Tech, and that would be a perfect fit for Michigan. He averaged 10 points last season. However, he shoots 35% from deep. He's a stellar defender and has a defensive rating lower than 96 in each of his 3 seasons with Texas Tech. Now, another person is LSU guard Brandon Murray, who just entered the transfer portal this week. He's 6'5", shooting guard that played 1 season at LSU. Top 100 recruit, ranking 89th overall in 24/7 Sports composite rankings. Was a solid defender. He averaged 10 points a game, started 31 games for LSU. Also shot 33% from three-point range and made 1.2 3-point field goals per game. He also played at IMG Academy, so that obviously familiar with Jett Howard. He plays there. Now another guy is Joseph Bamisile from George Washington. Now, Michigan obviously needing shooters. He is a shooter. He averaged 16.5 points per game last season. Shot 42% from the field as well as 35% on three-pointers. 6'4". He can definitely shoot the ball. Another person I forgot to mention is Jett Howard from the class coming in. He should be good. He is actually good. Obviously, Juwan Howard's son. Forgot to mention him in that class, so sorry about that. Another guy is Taylor Funk from St. Joseph's. Now, Funk was 6th in the A-10 conference in points scored last season. 6'8" forward, and in his career, 35% three-point shooting, 2.3 three-pointers made per game. Also has been a top 20 offensive player in the A-10 3 times, and is a perfect fit on the roster. He can shoot the ball, and if we could get a forward that can shoot the ball, in this day and age, definitely could be good. And then the last guy is Fardaws Aimaq from Utah Valley. Now he's 6'11", big man with all sorts of skills, and if Dickinson does leave the NBA or even Diabate, he could be a good replacement. averaged a double-double for the second consecutive season and scored 18.6 points per game while shooting 49% from the field and 43% from three-point range on 1.5 attempts per game. So he is definitely really good. So he is another option, and that'll pretty much wrap up all the prospects in the transfer portal. Now, Sadie Washington for Michigan assistant coach. He actually got a job offer, head coaching job offer from Western Michigan basketball, and he declined it, so we got him for another year. That's very cool. He's a very good assistant. Glad he is still on our team. And yeah, that's pretty much the latest on Michigan basketball and Michigan football for that matter. So if you guys did enjoy this video, really appreciate if you could go ahead, hit that like button, and subscribe for more if you guys are new. Michigan football spring game is Saturday, so I'll definitely cover that, and any news before that, try to cover it. I'm actually starting tomorrow, going on vacation, so I'll definitely still be pumping out videos. However, it might be a little bit slower, but I'll still definitely get videos out for you guys, starting with the spring game for Michigan football. I'll definitely be covering that as soon as I can. So with that being said, I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. We will see you guys in the next video. Peace.